This creepy story was sent to me by a woman named Rachel. She said I could use her real name, but she didn't want her hometown mentioned for privacy reasons. So I'll just say it happened somewhere in rural Kentucky. So Rachel reaches out to me a few weeks ago with a story that freaks me out. And listen, I get a lot of weird emails, but this one stuck with me. So, of course, I had to tell it. She said this happened to her back in 2015 after her grandmother had passed away and she had moved into her old home to fix it up and eventually sell it. She was 25 at the time, just out of college and wanted to save on rent. The house was way out in the country. It had been in the family, I guess, since the 40s and hadn't been updated very much. Rachel goes on to say everything about the house just felt still. I mean, not peaceful, not calm, just still. It all started with just a mirror. There was this old oval mirror, I guess, hanging in their upstairs hallway just outside the guest bedroom. Rachel said it had been there her whole life, always kind of weird and off-centered, but after she moved in, she started noticing something strange. Every morning she would leave her bedroom, she felt like the mirror was watching her, like something was just behind the glass waiting for her to walk by. So one morning she notices the mirror looks foggy, like someone had breathed on the inside of the glass. She thought maybe it was moisture or something, but when she goes to wipe it off, her handprint didn't even show up, almost like the fog was on the other side of the glass. Then she said the dreams started. Told me she was never one to remember dreams, but these were felt so vivid and real. She'd wake up at around 3:10 almost every night with this crushing sense of dread, like someone had been standing over her bed. She'd feel paralyzed and couldn't move, couldn't scream. She'd just lie there and listen to what she swore was breathing coming from the hallway. And the next morning, the same mirror would be fogged over again. So after like 2 weeks of this, she calls her mom and asks if Grandma had ever said anything weird about the house. Her mom got kind of quiet and said, we don't talk about the mirror in the home. I guess apparently Rachel's grandmother refused to let anyone move it. Not because it was valuable or sentimental, but because she believed something got in. Rachel's grandfather had supposedly bought it from a home from an estate sale in the 1970s. Some old Victorian house, I guess, that had burned down shortly after. He died, I guess, suddenly of a stroke 6 months later. Rachel's mom said the family always avoided looking in that mirror at night, even covered it during storms. That same night, Rachel decided to test it. And around 3 a.m., she walked into the hallway with her phone light and stood in front of the mirror. She was too curious, she said. She said the second she looked into it, she saw herself, but not herself. The reflection looked like it was smirking, even though Rachel wasn't. Its head was tilted slightly wrong, like a puppet, and the eyes were off, dark. She said they didn't move right, like it was her, but it wasn't her. She ran back to her room, she told me, and slammed the door and locked it. The next morning, she took the mirror off the wall, covered it with a sheet, and dragged it out to the barn. It stayed there until she moved out a month later. She said she didn't have any more dreams after that, but the fog showed up on the glass sometimes, even when no one had touched it. So, have you ever had a weird experience with a mirror? Let me know in the comments below.